The Food Network is proud to present the Dean family, Brenda and Parker, preparing Christmas dessert.
I'm Brenda.
And I'm Parker. And today we're making pear and sour cherry brown Betty with brandy hard sauce. Mom can vouch, that sauce is pretty hard. Alright, let's do this. Alright.
Already in the refrigerator, we have the hard sauce chili. We'll bring it to room temperature before we serve it.
Because we wouldn't want it to be too stiff, that's true. Alright.
The next step is to...
That's ridiculous. Alright, go.
The next step is to add cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar to a bowl.
What are you pointing
Whisk
at?
in the bread.
The
Please,
bread.
Parker.
Okay. Into the sugar.
Yes. Just mix it up. Mix it thoroughly, please. Don't be afraid.
Yes, for you bread lovers out there, this dish is sure please.
And what kind of bread are you using today, Parker?
Well, I think it's a hybrid mix of challah and challah.
That's true.
Yes. Okay.
Now I think to that we have to add a stick of butter and some lemon zest.
Has the stick of butter already been melted?
Yes.
And what is that?
That is the stick of butter.
What is this?
That's cider for later.
Okay, so we are pouring in the butter
And the lemon zest.
and the lemon zest. Looks like some zesty lemons.
And you're going to toss that, Parker, until everything is thoroughly coated. Already looking good.
I can't believe I'm on TV doing this.
It's getting there. Makes me want to taste it. The sugar is almost dissolved. Now we are taking a shallow gratin dish and we're going to scatter a little under half of this mixture into the dish. A little under half.
I would say it's half, under half.
Okay. On top of that, we are going to put half of the pear slices, which we have peeled, cored, and sliced thinly. About 6 pears. Half of those get layered.
Should I combine these two?
Layer.
Layer, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll help you. Now, we forgot to tell you, but we had 2/3 cups of dried cherries that we macerated in brandy for several hours. And now we're going to add half of those over the pear mixture.
Be careful when you macerate your cherries not to take off a finger as well.
Immediately.
Should we layer?
Now we're going to put a cup of breadcrumbs. Whoops. Some sugar that we need to mix up.
Be sure to add that for me.
We're going to put a cup of breadcrumbs, again, partner. We're going to sprinkle this layer with 1.5 tablespoons of cider. So about half of this cider. That should be plenty. If we need more, we'll get some. We'll need some more. Excuse me, I need to get cider. And now we are going to layer the remaining pears, cherries, and bread. Help yourself. You're doing a great job.
This is ridiculous.
No, you're fine. That's looking lovely. Put the rest of the cherries. And the only remaining steps are the rest of the bread. And we're sorry that we don't have one that's already cooked for you to show, but we'll show you later, or on our next show. Finish it off, Parker, with the rest of the cider. And the reserved sugar spice mixture.
What exactly is the spices?
Cinnamon and nutmeg and sugar.
So not very secret.
The same thing that we tossed the bread in. We just reserved some of them. And the last step is that we're going to cover this creation with aluminum foil and bake for 40 minutes at 375. We're going to take off the foil and possibly bake a little longer, maybe 15 minutes, to brown it off nicely. Then we're going to serve it warm with dollops of hard sauce.
And what one would you recommend for a pear and sour cherry brown betty brownie hard sauce?
A Merlot,
Merlot.
yes. Something rather spicy to complement the spices that are in the dish. And what have you thought? Would you make this again, even though you haven't tasted it?
I would make it again, yes. It was, I mean, it was very easy to make, especially for me not having to cut anything. So,
It's good to have a helper in the kitchen. Well, this is Brenda Dane,
this is Parker.
signing off and saying Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.